Can't believe it. Tottenham 1, Manchester United 0, Europa League final. I'm in shock. I'm in absolute shock. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to From the Shed End. If you are new, as always, please make sure you subscribe. We are still on the road to 800 subscribers. So if you haven't done so already, please make sure you smash the subscribe button before you do anything else on this video. Now, this is not a video about the Europa League final. To be honest, we don't really care. As Chelsea fans, who wins that? We didn't care. I'm gutted that Spurs have won a trophy. I hate it had to be them. Ideally, I didn't really care who won, whether it was United or Spurs. They're both just as bad as each other. My hatred towards both of those clubs is probably equal in terms of the hatred. But what it does mean, and we will talk about this in tomorrow's video, is United are now going to be on holiday, mentally checked out for the season. They'll be in Mykonos, they'll be in Dubai, they'll be in the Maldives. They will not be at Old Trafford playing Aston Villa, where we needed them to do us a favour against Aston Villa, last game of the season, where we played Nottingham Forest at the City Ground. It's going to be tough. We're going to talk about all of that in tomorrow's video, but this video today is about transfers. It's all about the latest transfer news and also some latest news around the Club World Cup. We have been told that Mike Penders will be joining Chelsea as part of the Club World Cup squad. So that's a good, to me, that's a good addition to the squad in terms of goalkeeper options. We know that there's potential for maybe Jurgensen or Robert Sanchez to go out on loan next season. I think this is perfectly good for Mike Penders to be part of the Chelsea setup and also to give himself the opportunity to hopefully cement himself as the first choice goalkeeper next season. Now, Mike Penders obviously has come in. He's been out on loan all of last season. He's coming into into a team that has been very disjointed after the last couple of months at Chelsea. But we also have David Petrovic as well, who's coming from Strasbourg. I think he came runner-up in the goalkeeper department in the Golden Glove. I think we might have actually won it. I can't remember. But either way, we're getting two good acquisitions in terms of Mike Penders and Petrovic back at the club to fight out for the #1 jersey at Chelsea. Now, the Club World Cup kicks off in a couple of weeks. We are hoping we will do well in that tournament. But this is really, to me now, this is one of the most important parts of certain players' careers at Chelsea. This is the moment where some of these players are going to have to step up if they want to be part of the team next season. Now, if they don't want to be part of the team next season, I'm sure the club will arrange for them to leave very quickly. But the likes of Penders, the likes of Petrovic, Sanchez, Jurgensen, they have to fight it out. And next season is so crucial because if or not, regardless of whether we make Champions League football or not, the expectations, the objectives, everything that the club's going to stand for next season is going to increase and ramp up very quickly. And we have to make sure that in between the sticks, we've got someone that's comfortable, who can play out from the back, that is good with his hands. Aerially, he's good as well. We need a solid goalkeeper. Now, I don't know much about Mike Penders. I haven't watched him most of this season, but what I do know and what I hear about him, he's a very good goalkeeper, a very good shot stopper. He is good at his distribution and good with his feet. So he's ticking a lot of boxes that I think as Chelsea fans we're hoping to see next season at the club. What does that mean for Sanchez? Well, you'd expect essentially one of the 4 goalkeepers that we will have on the books next season will potentially be sold or loaned out for the season. If I had to put some money on that, I'm going to say we keep Sanchez as another option at the club, and we potentially loan out Jurgensen next season to I don't know, another club. I don't know who that will be, but I think the likelihood is that Jurgensen will go out on loan next season. Now, let's talk Real Madrid, because if there's one thing Real Madrid love to do, it's to try and throw spanners in the works every single summer window. It doesn't matter whether it's Liverpool, Chelsea, United, City, PSG, whoever it is, they love to throw a little spanner in the works and test the waters. And this summer is no different because they are trying to get the signature of Enzo Fernandez to join them in the Bernabeu next season. Now, I feel like this is kind of split again, the fan base. A lot of the fan base is saying that, no, he's not going to leave Chelsea. He won't leave Chelsea. He loves Chelsea. He's one of the prime assets of Chelsea Football Club. Now, if you remember back to when he was at Benfica, There was a back and forth. Is he leaving? Is he not? He scores that goal, that memorable goal for Benfica. He kissed the badge. He kissed the Benfica badge and he pointed. I'm staying here. I'm staying in Portugal. 48 hours later, he was in Stamford Bridge, Cobham, signing for Chelsea. So I say all that to say this. We cannot rule out a move for Enzo Fernandez to go to Real Madrid. We just can't. Now, Chelsea apparently are not budging. They want 125 million plus in that region for Enzo Fernandez to leave the club. They want actually more than they've paid for him, which I agree with. He's one of our prized assets. He's one of our more valuable players at the club. Why would you want him to go on a lower transfer fee than you paid for him? So if he's going to go, two things. We need to bring in someone who's just as the level and the quality of Enzo Fernandez. Now, he's not an amazing footballer. He's not the Frank Lampard of the new generation. He's not the one that changes games just every single... But as time's gone on and we've seen him progress as a Chelsea player, we've seen slight improvements, and we've seen where's his best role? Is it in the double pivot? Is it in the 10? Is he better higher up the pitch? So I still think we need to keep Enzo. We need to build around and retain the quality that we have. He's still a very good player. He was a good player at Benfica. My worry is that we're being dangled a carrot. The carrot we're being dangled currently is Rodrygo. Rodrygo, who apparently is almost surplus to requirements at Real Madrid for next season, is being tempted away from the club. Apparently, there's talks whether Chelsea might be interested in signing Rodrygo. Could there be a potential bit part in terms of player swap plus fee for either or of the players? And I think I look at Rodrygo, and I've watched him a couple of times for Real Madrid, well, a lot of times for Real Madrid, and he doesn't strike me as someone that would fit into this Chelsea squad. Bearing in mind, I think he plays more off the left side of the wingers, of the left side of the attack. We have Raheem Sterling still on the books. We have Mikhailo Mudryk still on the book. We have Neto, Sancho. Noni Madueke's been playing there in the last couple of games. There's already 5 people. We've got players that are coming in that haven't even played for the club yet, that are still having to come back to Chelsea after their loan period. So I honestly don't know whether we can go out and sign someone like Rodrygo, whether he fits into the squad. What are we going to gain from bringing him in? What is he going to do that we don't already have players that have the capability to do already? I don't think he's not the Vinicius Junior. Now, of course, people are going to say sign him, bring him to Chelsea because he plays for Real Madrid, but I don't think he's that level. I don't think he's going to be the game changer for us as well. I just don't. And if I'm honest, if I'm really, really critical, this season, priorities for me has to be that striker. It has to be an out-and-out, proper, traditional number 9 goal scorer. The 20 goals a season, 25. I'm talking Victor Gyökeres, that level of striker. Now, Manchester United have been heavily linked with Liam Delap and Victor Gyökeres. This is why Champions League is so important for Chelsea. This is why it means so much for us to get Champions League. Because if we get Champions League, we can acquire the players that we need. Now, if we miss out on Champions League and we end up like Manchester United, who now will have to change their transfer strategy, potentially their recruitment plans over the summer because of missing out on the Champions League, financially that impacts them as well. Sunday is so crucial. I don't think people understand the severity of that game. We've had one away win in 2025. One away win. This game, everything rides in night, and it shouldn't even get to this. You think back to those 2 Ipswich defeats, some of the other, I think the Crystal Palace defeat as well, though they've had a really good season. But you think back to some of those games where we should have won the game. We should have taken the game by the scruff of the neck, and we didn't do it. And now we're having to rely on 90 minutes and other results as well. And other results to make sure that we get Champions League next season, to make sure we can bring in a Victor Osimhen, Victor Gyökeres. We have to bring in that level of player next season. We can't be going for a Liam Delap. Liam Delap is not the answer for us. Victor Gyökeres, Victor Osimhen. I'm hearing talk about Nico Williams. He's not the answer for us. Wide players again. We need an out-and-out number 9 goal scorer in that squad. Because I'll tell you something. Had we gone up against Spurs last night in the Europa League final, I think they beat us. I actually think Spurs would beat us. And I hate that I have to say that on this channel. If you know me, you know how much I hate Spurs. It pains me to say, but I think Spurs would beat us. And the reason I think that is because we don't have a clinical goal scorer. And if you look at United yesterday, they had no one up top. They may as well have taken Højlund and Xerxes off the pitch and play with 10 men. And that's us. And that's why we need the goal scorer. That's why we need someone who's clinical. So Rodrygo, brilliant. But let's get the number 9 sorted first. Let's offload some players first. Let's get some players off the wage bill. Then go and get the players that we need. That's all I think we need to do. That's all I think we need to do. But this Club World Cup coming up is crucial for a lot of players. It's crucial. This is make or break. Maresca's now coming into his second season at the club. He has to get things right. This is no excuses for him after this summer period now. To me, the clock starts ticking from the Monday, 27th of May. When that season's done and the window opens in a couple of days after that, that's when the clock starts ticking for Maresca. Club World Cup's coming up. He's got to get that right. Pre-season friendlies will be coming up. He's got to get those right. The recruitment from the sporting directors, Paul Winstanley, Lawrence Stewart, they have to get it right. If they don't, we could be 17th like Manchester United. You never know. It can happen. It can happen. But we should not be getting linked with, and we will get linked with a lot of players this summer. Let's calm things down. Because every day you're going to go online, you're going to see Joao Pedro, I think is another one we've been linked with. We are going to be linked with every Tom, Dick and Harry. It's just the way that Chelsea do things. We're going to get linked with everybody this summer. But what the owners have to make sure they've done is their due diligence and get the recruitment done very early, get players embedded into that Club World Cup squad, pre-season friendlies, and then get that season up and running and off to the just as good as a start as we did last season. But let's maintain it this season. Let's not dip off at Christmas. Let's continue the form. That's all I want. I'm not asking for much. I want a striker. I want to see Mike Penders in goal, see how he does in the Club World Cup. And I want my managers to get things right tactically. 3 things I'm asking for. It's not much as a Chelsea fan. Oh, and a trophy. Let's throw a trophy in there because who doesn't like a trophy after seeing Spurs lift theirs in the last 17 years, finally lift the trophy. But let me know what you think. Rodrygo, should he come to Chelsea? Do we need Rodrygo in this squad? Do we really need him? Can we afford to allow Enzo Fernandez to leave? Are you happy that Mike Penders is being included in the Club World Cup squad? And are you confident about Sunday's game at the City Ground against Nottingham Forest? Don't forget, we'll have the preview of that game in full tomorrow. So make sure you tune in for that one. Hit the subscribe and notification bell. And until then, we'll be back soon with another video. Thank you very much for watching.